Well, my experience with HEART, I was the co-founder along with Amma Khan, and it happened really quickly. In January of last year, I was introduced to her. I had an idea. I read an article about a woman who died in her car that just floored me, and I couldn't understand how could this happen. This is 2016 at the time, and I actually kept looking at the article, and I went, what am I supposed to do about this? And I heard this voice that just said, well, if not you, who?
My involvement with HEART came as quite a surprise. I kept hearing about their efforts and finally contacted someone. I was so intrigued that they were creating a new paradigm to help prevent homelessness in women. And all of a sudden, I was just a part of it after that first meeting.
HEART's new. We're just a little over a year old. It started a year ago, January. So for the time that this force has been in place, we have made great strides in improving the lives of women, children, and their pets in Taos.
I think the most unique thing about Heart of Taos is that we are community funded, and the goal is to view the issue of homelessness from the perspective that it is an issue that should be addressed by the community.
First of all, we do vet women that come in. You know, we're not a rehab or domestic violence organization. We have them come in, and whatever first of all, whatever their first need is, it might be they need a cell phone, or they need to get some maybe food going for them. We help them with their whatever their first need is, to try to get them to feel secure that we can go to the next step. But we vet women and get what their history is and what's going on in their lives and try to help them.
I heard about the Heart of Taos through a counselor that I was seeing with the Tri-County. They kind of referred me because I was stuck in a position, and they gave me a few options, and I called them up and found out about the program, and I followed through with it, and it helped me out.
Well, the counseling services that we provide, it's a one-on-one, and we try to have the women that we're helping focus on a plan, a short-term plan, a long-term plan, where they see themselves, and we try to help them with that vision. What is possible and what's realistic?
What we try to do at Heart is to find the woman that is maybe near homeless. Maybe she can't make her bill for the rent, or maybe it's a bill for her electricity, something, and she's in a position where maybe she's almost homeless. So one of the biggest things is we try to find those women that are just on that border, because then we don't have to come back in and find them a place to live, and maybe they're living out of their car. So that's one of the key things that we try to do.
One Sunday I had gone to Presbyterian. I have friends there, and I like the woman minister. And I met this young man from Youth Heartline, Poe. And we just got to talking. We exchanged cards. He gave me his, I gave him my Heart business card. A couple of days later, he calls me at home on my cell and emails. He has met a woman in need, practically on the street. I didn't know the whole situation, but could I help? Well, I'm a board member. I thought, what do? I emailed Amma, the executive director, co-founder, and told her the situation, posed name and phone number, where I met him in church, the whole thing. In 45 minutes, she had contacted him, the young lady, got her a cell phone, and was negotiating housing to pay this roommate, whoever was going to throw her out, and emailed me back to let me know what was going on, so I didn't have to worry. And that just really made me feel good. I mean, talk about action, and quickly.
HEART is totally self-supporting without any assistance from the state or federal government at this point. We rely on grants and donations. We have a Heart Taos website where you can join Team Heart and pledge monthly donations over the internet, and it's through that we can sustain ourselves for the monthly operations of our business.
So if someone would like to get involved with Heart, I would just say to first just reach down inside their heart and think about what hurts their heart. You know, what is it? Is it the fact that you wouldn't want to see a woman on the streets, or you maybe you have a car that you would like to donate, or maybe there's something that you have that you know that you could do to help. That would be first and foremost, you know. Obviously, being a sponsor, monthly donations are huge, you know, even if it's $5. You know, I gave up my Spotify membership, you know, now I listen to the commercials, so for $10 a month, I get to listen to commercials, and I know that someone can be helped off the street. So it's pretty easy to kind of brainstorm and think how you could come up with something to give. I know what it feels like personally to be, you know, in a hard place. And I'm not going to say I have never been homeless, but I was, you know, many years ago divorced, and I had a little girl and was living in Los Angeles, which, you know, the rents are really high there. And I even had child support coming in, and it was difficult. You know, single moms, it can be very difficult. And I remember looking in my wallet and seeing $5 and thinking, this is so much money, you know. So it's just having an understanding that a little bit can help a lot. And it's also just a beautiful thing to know that, and when you see it, when you really do bring something to the table and you see other people doing it too, it's going to change your life.